Is it gonna work today? Yay! It worked. Sweet. Do that. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Stitch, welcome in. How are you doing today? I forgot I was over here at Cats. I have a crap load of quartz to get, and they're still not trading. Fun. But I'm not gonna spend the stream over here trading for quartz as much as I probably should. Oh, I don't need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. Should be it. You're well, but also quite tired and recovering from overstimulation. You worked a few hours. I'm glad you're doing good. Well, that's the proper word, I guess. Sorry you're had some overstimulation today, but working good. But yeah, I've been over. I have to fill these 3 shulker boxes with quartz, and you get a stack and a half every time they let you trade. Are you unlocked yet? Nope. So it's gonna take several hours, but that's okay. That's okay. It's for the building that we're building after the one we're working on today. I already have all the materials for the one we're working on today. I just have to get home. I can't help but wonder if it would be legitimately faster to just fly home through the overworld, because it's only like a little ways that way. You're just crocheting and listening in? Nice. I got all that yarn to make my blanket. I haven't done a single stitch on it yet. Not a one. Haven't even opened the yarn yet. Haven't even found the ends yet. They're just sitting there. See, that's what my brain does. It's like, oh, you got all summer and fall to get that blanket made for winter. Well, even if I started on it right now and did it all day, it would probably take... Hello. It's just gonna be solid green. Give me just a second here. Here's the color. It's almost the same color as my shirt. It's a little darker than my shirt. But yeah, just solid green. I dropped it. But yeah. Oh, Stitch. I don't know if you've seen it. I think I showed it to you. But when Kep was showing the little things she made last Wednesday, and think here's my needle kit, if I can get it to focus. Come on, camera. My hand is here. Please focus on my... For the love of God. Why does this camera hate me so much? Please focus. There we go. I have to put my face there. Here's my needles. These are my bigger ones. It goes up to... the gold one here is a 6.5 mil. And then these ones here, my smallest one is 0.6 mil. That it is the tiniest little hook. I don't know if it'll even focus on this thing. It is not going to focus because my face is there. But it's the tiniest little hook. I think that's for crocheting with literal thread, like sewing thread. Like that's how small it have to be. Are you? Thanks to that first time chat, by the way. And yes, cameras very be iffy. Very, very, very be iffy. Especially when you have a sketchy background removal plugin, because I don't have a true green screen. I have a digital green screen, and that just makes it... all bets are off. All bets are off. But I don't know if you guys saw... Did I post it in the Discord? I can't remember if I did or not. I have some new buildings going in. The last bit of materials that I need is that quartz for it. I will turn these on. This is the building we're building tonight. Well, there's no way we're gonna get it finished tonight, but we'll get a decent chunk done on it anyway. And this is what I was working on all day yesterday. Pix, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Pretty sure I mentioned the new buildings. Yeah. Here are the new buildings. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. KLL1Y? KL? KL, welcome in. Thanks for that first time chat. Appreciate you swinging in. We're just getting things going tonight. These are the buildings that are coming soon to my city here. We were going to be building this one here on the left tonight. I already have all the materials gathered up for it over here. I'm still gathering up the materials for these three. It's mostly quartz that well, not mostly, it's only quartz that I'm missing. I need 3 shulker boxes of the quartz blocks. It's not all just plain quartz, like a lot of it's going to get turned into stairs. And somewhere, I got some chiseled. Are you Prime? Thanks for that follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Some of it's turning into chiseled, some of it will be stairs, and some of it, yeah, some of it will be pillars. But when you add all of it up, it turns into 3 shulker boxes total. These carpets, I swear to God, I was maneuvering. Well, first off, these buildings here are not my design. These were designed by someone else. The original design had this building and this building. And I copied it and made this one. And then, you know, I just cut the top off and shortened it. Because I really like that staggered height look. I really like that look. But in the process of moving these, every time I pasted this with World Edit, these carpets broke. And me being impatient, or more probably, me thinking I did it right the first time. Because who's never made a mistake in their whole life, right? I would replace them, thinking it would be good, and then I would start doing other things. I'm like, oh, actually, I should probably move that again. And move that again. And move that again. I think I ended up replacing the carpets on this building alone like 6 times. And I did this one twice. Because I originally shifted this over to the far edge. I was going to have this one be in the far back corner, and then this one more toward the center, and then this one more towards this front corner. And then I changed my mind, and I wanted this one dead center. And then these two staggered. It ended up actually being fairly nicely lined up. You got 3 wide here in the middle, and then these carpets are 3 wide, and if you look at these are indeed lined up. This edge carpet is lined up here, and these 3 are also lined up with these 3. So these edges are indeed lined up with the center. Not me. Totally never had to edit and re-edit your mini games. Not one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We don't make mistakes. And as Bob Ross would say, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. Well, my happy little accidents made me very, very not happy last night. And what's worse, here's the bad one. Here. I know you guys. How long have I worked on this? On these particular buildings? Well, like I said, these aren't my designs. So the buildings themselves, like, no big deal. But like getting them arranged exactly how I want them and getting this plaza set up. I spent probably 4 hours last night getting this all set up just to get the schematic made. And then I actually have all but the quartz already gathered up here in these shulker boxes. In fact, let me fly over here. Thankfully, we have some very generous people on this server. Emmy, who is the host of this server, gave me the carpet. 3 shulker boxes of carpet, and then there's a few more stacks down here as well. And then Pacer, she's been digging in the mesa and has just absolute crap loads of terracotta, and this is a terracotta building for the most part, terracotta and quartz. So I got the terracotta from her. I got, well, here's the ice. The original design had regular ice. These were built on a server where they had World Guard, and there are commands you can do it with World Guard to stop ice from melting regardless of light level or biome. So it was able to be done. But I can't do that on this server, so I just switched it to packed ice because it's the same texture, you just lose the transparency, which is fine because all of these buildings are hollow anyway, so you don't really need to see inside. So packed ice is what I went with. And there's the carpet, and then here's the dark oak planks for these bits behind here. And then the birch planks for the stairs here and the flooring. I think I have the stairs here somewhere as well. Yeah, stairs and birch planks. Emmy is a massive help. Indeed. Massive, massive help. And then I've already got the polished deep slate. And I have the mangrove wood. Obviously, I haven't bothered stripping it yet. I'll place it and then strip it as I go. And then the little bits of glass are for spots like here, where I'll have a sea lantern underneath the glass here for lighting instead of these torches. And then I have some lighting on the roof as well to keep it from spawning mobs. The sea lanterns I need, the iron bars and cobblestone walls are for the antennas. The lightning rods and redstone torches are also for the antennas. The oak leaves are for these little spots here. And then the smooth stone is hiding underneath these. Like if this was here and I could break it, there would be smooth stone underneath that. And then these slabs are for here. And then I got, I think it's 5 shulker boxes plus 4 stacks of red terracotta. And then 4 shulker boxes and 2 stacks of the cyan terracotta. And I borrowed the terracotta from Pacer. Well, I didn't borrow, I bought. I bought them from Pacer. So the only thing I'm missing is the quartz. And that's what I was doing last night until I just couldn't stay awake any longer and I had to hop off. I got it's three full shulker boxes and then 16 stacks. Well, I have the 16 stacks already. So I just need the 3 full shulkers and I think I'm 5 stacks into that. So I got a ways to go. I got a ways to go with that. So like I said, this one's already done. I have everything I need for this. The original building that this one's based off of was way too small. It would have taken up like from the corner to maybe here total. And I wanted a bigger building. So what I did, I just rebuilt it larger, but I made tweaks because the original just had a flat wall here the whole way up, which is fine, but it was weird. So I ended up making these little step-ins on the sides as well. These were the way it was on the original with these kind of step-ins here, but I added these ones here on these sides. And then the main reason I did that is because what really drove me nuts about the original, the center line lined up all the way up until you got to this part here, and this part was shifted over. It's just the way it worked out because one side had to be here because there was only one extra block. And rather than making it 1 block wider, they did something weird and it was just off center and it was driving me nuts. So I did all this stepping in to make this part square. So then I can make this part square, which made everything else square. I styled this after the original as well, but I ended up having to freehand most of this. So it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to be perfectly honest. But it'll do the job. It'll do the job. And KL, as far as this whole area here, it's not even loaded in right now because I'm on my main map file is for 119.4 and this is 119.3. So it's an older copy, or a fresh copy of the map file, I should say, so it's not loaded in. This digging project, like this was all mountainous and hilly and covered with trees, just like the surrounding areas you see are. And it took many, many months with a lot of help from everybody on the server. So many people came over and helped me chop down trees. The trees alone took a few days. Plural. Days. It's a Mac. Mac, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Just showing off the... have a new viewer, and I was showing off the full scale of this city. And I was explaining how freaking long it took digging this out. Mac here has been a ginormous help. Not only did she help me take out trees, help me dig, she did all the terraforming around the edges. She helped me do the rivers connections here, made the culverts. She helped me connect this river through, because this river was dry here. And I feel real bad because there used to be a big hill here, and she terraformed like half of it. And then I ended up tearing it down, and I still feel bad about that, Mac. I'm sorry. But there just wasn't as much room as I thought there was. So it had to go. But yeah, all of this right here, this is all Mac. This river right here, Mac did this. And not only that, the main river over here by my basement, there used to be another river. And when I land here, I'll pull up the map and show you guys again. The main river here, you can kind of see it. This used to connect through like this. It kind of curved through here like this. I just covered it over flat, and Matt came in and made it look like an actual river. Because I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that at all. Let me catch back up on chat. I've been flying around. There are too many people missing. We had a brief set. Oh, what am I need to scroll up, actually. In these massive help, wait, you thought you were doing something else. There were too many people missing. We had a brief session and called it. Ah. And then Matt came. Pix, you like the bridge? Thanks. It's one thing that I have designed myself that I'm actually kind of proud of, actually. They're all the same design. They're just different lengths. I love the deep slate tiles. They're actually my options background. Do I have to disconnect to see them? Yeah, see? They're my options background. I love them so much. But it just real simple. Just real simple. Nice gentle curve to get up to height. And then your basic railing. I almost added another slab on top so you couldn't jump over, but I'm like, what if I wanted to jump over? And of course, I love my connected andesite. My polished andesite. I love it. I got a new pack, actually. I just realized some of it has the regular texture. The connected textures are a little different than the normal block texture. But that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, the design's all the same. Just trying to feather it out as, you know, because in real life, when you're on a bridge, you know, it doesn't do this. It's a nice gentle curve. So I tried to get it as gentle of a curve as I could in game. There's only so much you can do with square things. Mac, you're cleaning your room? Nice. I really need to do that myself, actually. 2 new viewers, technically. That is very true. You need to hop on at some point and come take a look. Yeah, Pix, absolutely. And you still need to finish your Pixie Village. Absolutely. You know, there's nothing stopping you from hopping on right now. I mean, just saying. Just saying. Just throwing that out there, Pix. Just throwing that out there, Pix. Nice sword. Stitch, you talking to me? Round peg, square hole conundrum. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Very much. Round hole, square, no, square, round peg, square hole in this case. Indeed. And this one was just a really long gap. So all I did, it's the same exact design, but all I did was add in a support pillar. That's all I did. I really do like how this turned out, though. I'm actually quite pleased with the bridges. It's the one thing I've designed myself that I actually don't hate. Oh, Mac has a green sword. Oh, I see. I see. I understand now. Well, technically, Stitch, it's a white sword. Technically speaking. Just saying. I'm just giving you a hard time, Stitch. And of course, I have my conduit out here in the river because most of these buildings have black glass. Except these new ones actually have regular glass or no glass at all. But when I need black, I just come out here with the old sword. I got the conduit now, so I just come out here and swim around and give the squid the old whack. And there we go. It really does not take long at all because this river is big enough. And usually when I'm doing this, I'm the only one on anyway. So the spawn rates are even better. So by the time I swim over here, they're spawned like crazy over here. And I just keep going back and forth. It takes like maybe 10-15 minutes to get like 5 or 6 stacks of dye. No problem. It goes by real quick. By the way, Stitch, I had to harvest my own logs last night. I bought you out, but I still needed more, so I had to harvest my own. Ah, yes, the best kind of squid farm. Very familiar with that method. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, man, I really miss my old squid farm on my old server. It was fudged a little bit. It was nowhere near any source of water. But we had World Guard and World Edit on that server. So all I did, I built the squid farm like you would build in a dried up river. But I was able to make it whatever shape I wanted. Okay, Stitch, take your time. Appreciate you being here. And but I built it in just a square. And then all I did was selected the area and then set biome to river. And because it was so far from any water, it was literally just raining squid like you had a command block summoning them constantly. So it was a lot of fun. I miss that farm. I miss that farm a lot, actually. Oh, one more thing. You guys can finally see my conundrum from last night. I know you guys were there listening to me complain to Griffin. So this plot, why is it missing some? Why is it missing some? Off and on again. There we go. So this plot right here is the center. This building, there's the center. The center of this building used to be on the center line of the plot. Makes sense. It's the middle building, so the middle of the middle building should be on the middle of the plot. That makes sense. But by doing that, it left a 3-wide gap here. And over here, it left a 5-wide gap. So I was gonna leave it. I really was. But as I was putting in these lights and I was flying around, because I was on a creative world at the time. As I was flying around, I got to about right here and I'm like, man, that gap is awful narrow. And then I flew around over here and saw how much wider it was. And it's just 1 block difference. Just 1 block. But 1 block can make the difference. It really can. And so I finally broke down and I scooched the whole building forward 1 block. And if I hadn't told you that this was the center of the plot, short of having a direct overhead view, you might not have known. And you would just see this building all the way up against the edge here, this building all the way up against the edge here, and this building evenly spaced between them. And that's much more pleasing to the eye than knowing for sure that this was lined up in the center. In my opinion. It scratched the itch in my brain, at least. I know that much. Because I was so torn. I'm like, keep it in the center of the plot or center it between the buildings. Center of the plot or center of the buildings. Center of the plot, center of the buildings. Well, center of the buildings won, and I'm glad it did, because it definitely scratched the itch in my brain. Definitely scratched the itch in my brain. So that's what I did, like, most of last night. And then, it's almost been a year. I know. 1 month. It would be, it's, well, we're 1 day past the month. You've been having issues trying to get on Java, so you've just been playing Bedrock. Interesting. What kind of problems have you been having? Maybe I can help you. But anyway, we're not dealing with these today because I don't have all the materials I need for them anyway. I do, however, have all the materials I need for this. So we're going to switch this to single layer mode. Please don't tell me it's all the way up there. It is. Of course it's all the way up there. Welcome back, Stitch. I hate how you can't just hold the button. I really hate how you can't just hold the button down and it scrolls through. I have to press this button constantly. In fact, let me double tap it. The furious tapping here. Keyboard warrior. There we go. I already got the floor put in. I did that last week. And last week I forgot to show you guys the progress, because last week we got to about here with the building on this one. And I was gonna wait and finish it tonight, but I got bored in the middle of the week, or like literally the next day. Rue, you were on here when I was doing it. You know when it was. So I got on and I just finished it up. So let me hop up here so you guys can see the top. This is actually glass. I have streak free and connected texture glass. Very familiar with that issue. Just let me speed it up. Oh, I missed some. Your mom called earlier while you was working, and apparently now she's working. Apparently you need to reinstall, and that's too much effort on your end. I mean, how hard is it to reinstall? I mean, just uninstall, download, and there you go. That shouldn't take too long. Are you sure you have to reinstall it, though? It might just be a JVM argument error or something. But yeah, this is all solid, but this is hollow. I'm not sure. I forgot to fly. That was stupid. That was really stupid. But I'm not sure what the guy who designed it was gonna do. He had full floors in there, so I don't know why he had an open roof. But stupid or entertaining? Well, I mean, I feel stupid, but if you were entertained, then it's both. But anyway, what do you say we get started on this bad boy? Mostly concrete and glass, this building is, until we get to the top, and then that's andesite. And then a little bit of iron, and torches and lighting. So we're just gonna grab probably that much of that, and that much of that. Should be all panes. Yep. It's the end. It's the end of the world as we know it. You know what? Easy place mode. It's just easier. I mean, it's literally in the name. Stream Elements Facepalm. The first time you had a universal remote control, you thought to yourself, this changes everything. Oh yeah, Stitch, I have a joke, a dad joke plugin. How do you make Lady Gaga cry? Poker face. I couldn't get a reservation at the library. They were completely booked. Only I have access to the actual, like, command because I don't want people spamming that. But, it's set up to trigger every handful of messages. I don't remember the number. But I love it. One of my followers hooked me up with that. Nugget is being cute again. Well, Stitch, that implies that Nugget isn't always cute. She may be extra cute at the moment, but she's always cute. I do the same thing with my dog, though. It's like, oh, look how cute he's being. I'm like, he's always cute. Oh, I made that jump. Nice. That's not going to happen again. I can't wait to get the doorway made so I don't have to... Sometimes Nugget is a bit much. I mean, well, she's a baby. That's what babies are. They're a bit much. That's one of the primary reasons I don't want one, because they're a bit much. Oop, that was not the button I wanted. This is the button I wanted. In fact, let me... There we go. No? Where's the crossover? There we go. Anyway. She's happy after she eats. Oh, who isn't happy? Oh, I love eating. I mean, what could have ever made you guess that I like eating? I like eating too much. Although, to be fair, my appetite isn't what it used to be. When I was a kid, and especially when I was a teenager. Of course, teenagers, you know, they're bottomless pits as it is. But, made that jump. Nice. But, I don't eat as much as I used to. Like, I made dinner tonight, and even my dinner tonight was smaller than a normal dinner that I would make. I made chicken, corn, and I had some cottage cheese with it. And it was basically just one chicken breast cut in half instead of my usual 2 that I eat because I'm fat and I'm hungry. When I eat, I want food. So it was definitely a smaller meal, but I got full. So, and last night I had spaghetti. And I only had 1 plate instead of my typical 1 and like half plate. You're really focusing lately on at least eating more balanced, including veggies every day. Oh, I love that. That's never been a problem with me. I've always loved fruits and vegetables, even as a kid. I was not very picky. I was not very picky at all. Like even vegetables that most people, or not, I can't say most. But a lot of people, especially kids, dislike Brussels sprouts. I love me some Brussels sprouts. Love them. Please place. There you go. So, getting me to eat vegetables and fruits, never been a problem. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. The problem has always been, with me, quantity. And probably, back in the day, especially... the way in which the food was prepared. A lot of fried stuff back in the day. I don't fry anything hardly these days myself. When I cook, I don't fry anything ever. The chicken was baked tonight. What I do, I take the chicken breast, I cut it in half so it's not so thick. Salt, pepper, Lowry's seasoning salt, and I can't believe It's Not Butter has a spray bottle version, so you don't have to smear anything. and then I spritz both sides. I do that to both sides. I spritz it, I salt, pepper, seasoning salt, flip it over, repeat. 350 Fahrenheit. Anybody that's on Celsius, I don't know the conversion off the top of my head. And then 10 to 12 minutes per side, depending on how thick they still are. And then that's it. And they can just come out so juicy and tender, and they're just so good. They're just so good. And then it was I get the Kroger. I shop at Kroger for my, because that's just where we go. And Kroger's vegetables are steamable in the bag. So all you have to do is throw it in the microwave for like 5 minutes. And that's all I did. So it was steamed corn. I just put a little bit of that spray butter on it after the fact, just to give it a little something extra. And then some cottage cheese. And that was dinner. So that's a fairly, in air quotes, decent dinner, I think, anyway. Fluffy, you're the same way, but there's no such thing as too many carbs. I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, that doesn't seem right either. Oh, how did that happen? How did that happen? I didn't think easy place left. Oh. Start the count. That's one. In fact, let's start a prediction for real. Let's do that. Let me get this going. Start a prediction. How many times will I fall off the building tonight? Let's change this up though, because we just started. 5 or less. 6 to 10, or 11 or more. Let's get this prediction rolling. Let's get this prediction rolling. There we go. Make sure you get your votes in, guys. Risk some channel points. How clumsy do you think I am? I know what I would wager. But I know myself better than all of you guys, so. But that's just because I'm myself. How did that happen with Easy Place? Is this Queensryche? It is Queensryche. I thought so. Let me catch back up. Mac, we're good. I missed something. Oh, Stitch, you're a pasta head? Oh my god, pasta. I love pasta. Spaghetti, macaroni, cheese, lasagna, fettuccine. Oh my god, I haven't made fettuccine alfredo in a hot minute. I have a good homemade recipe for fettuccine alfredo too. I've made it like 5 or 6 times now, and it's just so good. It's so good. It's a little expensive to make, so I don't get to make it that often. But it is very, very good. Don't make you hungry, Mac. Sorry. I mean, it's just the topic. I can't help it. It's just the topic. I can't help it. Plus, who doesn't like talking about food? It's food. Everybody eats food. All right, no more jumping. We're officially connected. Excellent. Please, place. Good grief. That was annoying. You're actually about to cook now that the dishwasher's finished? Nice. What you gonna be fixing? Let's make Mac hungry. Let's make Mac hungry on purpose now. Ramen stir fry, nice. Hashtag poor. Hey, I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there with you guys. But at least ramen's good. Amber, welcome in. How you doing? I see you got that prediction in. Rue, you got your prediction in. Now that I'm seeing the things pop up. When my wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, I had to put my foot down. uh, you gotta love dad jokes, man. Where's Jelly? That would drive Jelly up the wall with these dad jokes. You have no idea what we're having tonight? It's whatever the mother of chaos feels like making. Fair enough. I didn't know what I was gonna make specifically. I just knew I wanted to make something quick because I knew I was streaming tonight and Iris didn't get off work till 4. So by the time we got home, it was like 4:30. Well, by the time we got home and because everything's frozen, so I had to like defrost it and everything. So, or thawed out, whatever you want to call it. And I knew by the time it would get done, it'd be 4:30. And then I was talking to Iris and got lost track of time. So it's a good thing I picked a very, very quick meal because I burned like 35, 40 minutes just talking. So, like, literally, when I say I literally just finished dinner, like, I literally took my last bite 10 minutes before I started stream. Like, that's how close I cut it tonight. That's how close I cut it tonight. Oh, and that reminds me, I need to do one more thing really quick. I need to switch to this screen. We are going to go to the movie wheel. Let's see what movie we will be watching tonight in the Discord after stream. Alita Battle Angel. I have never seen that movie. Interesting. So this is what we're gonna be watching tonight, guys. If you're interested in watching this, I've never seen it, so I don't even know what it's about. I have no idea what it's about. But if you know what it's about, or if you want to pop in and see what it's about, anyway, let me just post this. Let me just post this really quick. Tonight's movie will be Alita Battle Angel. Post that screenshot. There we go. Back over to this. But if you want to swing in for movie nights, if you join the Discord group there, it's that first link. Once you're in the Discord, on the left side you'll see a channel called Reaction Rolls, and then you just want to click the little click the camera reaction to that. You'll see it when you get there. Just click the reaction that's already there, and it'll automatically assign you the watch party role. And then once you have that role, you'll be able to see the watch party channels. And then I usually tag that I tag just the watch party group when the movie's about to start. So like I don't overuse it. I mean, Max in the group, she'll tell you. I don't overuse any of that stuff. I maybe once to say, hey, the movie will be starting soon, and then probably one more time saying the movie's starting right now. But we don't speak out loud. We type like you guys are in chat right now. It's just text chatting. But we watch a movie Monday nights and Friday nights. My schedule pending, and looking at my schedule for I have all the way through the 27th of this month. I'm wide open. Unless I just have a bad day like Friday. Like Friday was a bad day for me. We were going to play some Phasmophobia, but I just had a bad day and wasn't in the mood for anything like that, so I skipped it. So short of that, I should remove that actually. Oop, oh, I didn't mean to spin. This spin doesn't count. It was an accident. It was an accident. Go back to the Minecraft thing. Do this, do that. But anyway, Mondays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So Rue and Stitch, you guys are Mountain Time, so that would be 8 p.m. for you guys. 8 p.m. for you guys on Mondays and Fridays. I have if you guys join the thing, I have a list of the streaming services that I have access to, and then I also have a Google Sheets list of movies that I own on PC. Like I own them; they're on my computer. That I couldn't find on any of my streaming services. So if you guys if you guys have anything that you have in mind on the streaming services that I have available, just throw them out in the chat. I'll add them to that list on the wheel, and we just do a random spin every time. That's as fair as we can make it, and then whatever comes up, that's what we'll watch. And if you're not interested in that specific movie, no problem. I mean, so there's no pressure. If you want to watch the movie, great. If you don't, no problem. It's there if you're interested. That's what it's for. It's just for a good time. And if you don't have a good time, it's no problem. For the most part, it's usually just me and Tally. But Mac pops in when the movie strikes her fancy, and Kat pops in when she cans. When she cans, did I say cans? Can. I was reading while I was speaking, and that's never a good idea. My brain likes to mush the word that I'm reading in with the word that I was trying to say. Yeah, the movies are usually PG-13 or lower, but there are some rated R movies on there. Let me see. Grandma's Boy, that's rated R for sure. Rambo, that's probably rated R for sure. Broken Arrow's rated R. There's a whole bunch of other movies on here that I'm not familiar with, so I don't know what they're rated. But we have tons of other movies. For example, we have some G-rated, PG-rated. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. I think that's either G or PG. Twister's PG-13. Last Action Heroes PG-13. I don't know what these ones are. Billy Madison's PG-13. Mr. Deeds is PG-13. Angels in the Outfield is either G or PG. Groundhog Day, I think, is PG or PG-13. Prestige is PG-13. School of Rock, I think, is PG or PG-13. So, I do try to post what we're watching a few hours in advance, like I just did. So that way, Rocky Horror, if you want Rocky Horror to be on the list, you have to join the old Discord group and throw it in the suggestions. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. But so like I said, I try to throw them out early enough so people can know in advance. They can look it up, see if it's something they'll be interested in. Like read the synopsis, see the rating. I just want people to have as much chance to know if they are interested or not as possible. Like, for example, we have a movie night Friday. I don't know what we're watching Friday yet. And I won't know until later this week. So it's usually a good time. The movies are... Tally has pretty good taste in movies, actually. Everything they've suggested has been... I've enjoyed every single movie that they've suggested. Almost slipped up there. I caught myself right at the end. With that one. And there's been several movies that I've never seen. And, like, I've enjoyed every single one of them so far. So... all these other ones that I haven't seen, based off the fact that I've liked all the other ones that I haven't seen so far, I have high hopes. So, but like I said, there's no pressure at all. It's there if you can / want. There's no pressure. It won't hurt my feeling if you don't come ever. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Like, I mean, you didn't know about it, but now that you do, even if you still don't come, it doesn't hurt my feelings one bit. because especially because the schedules, you know, I mean, I don't know the reasonings, and it doesn't matter. If I didn't want to watch a movie, I certainly wouldn't want people getting mad at me because I didn't want to watch something. That's not something to be mad over. Oop, I am out of concrete. Let's sleep while we're down here anyway. This microphone. This mic stand is nice. Nice enough considering how cheap it was. But if I could change one thing about it, I wish that this had a swivel so the microphone itself could rotate. It doesn't. So it's kind of crooked, and it kind of drives me nuts. I could twist the microphone in the socket, I guess, a little bit, but it's just weird. I don't know. I don't even know if this pop filter does its job. I don't even know if the shock mount does its job, for that matter, either. I think it helps at least a little bit, because I remember back when I still was using the mic stand that came with this microphone, you could hear absolutely every single mouse lift and place back down on the table, like every pat. Like, you might be able to hear some now, but like it was very, very, very obvious before, and that has gone away for the most part with it, so I think it's helping at least a little bit. Alright, let's get back to it. Nugget can't keep her hands out of her mouth. She was born thumb sucking. And she's not going to quit. Well, she'll quit eventually. She'll quit eventually. I don't know why babies do that, but I literally know nothing about babies other than I don't want one. That's all the information I need to know. But why does that keep happening? I thought Easy Place was supposed to stop that from happening. It drives me nuts. But yeah, they'll grow out of it eventually. They always do. Well, some things you don't grow out of. I'm still listening to the stuff I listened to in high school. You'd think I'd grow out of that, but nope. I still find the same kind of humor funny. Never grow out of that. So some things are forever, but that is not one of them, I don't think. What album is this off of? Okay, it is the good one. They only have like one truly good one. The second one was just okay. Why does that not place? Good Lord. I'm just trying to place panes of glass here, man. These panes of glass are being, you know, a pain in the glass. Drives me nuts sometimes. It's just so much cheaper than full blocks. Oh, I need some of these now. And some torches. Alright. Oh, that one was an accident. That was number 2. While I needed to get down anyway, the way I got down just there was not on purpose. So that's number 2. I did need some torches. Alright, torch. I don't know if I brought enough of this stuff. I got a whole other side to do. You need a good shopping list system. Just ran out of soy sauce. Stitch, there is an app that I use sometimes. It's called Supercook. And what you do with it is you put in every ingredient that you have in your house. It takes a little time to do that to start with. But like like for example, you just go to your pantry on here. I don't know. And then you can even it has a voice option as well, so you can just speak it. You don't have to like type it or anything. But pantry essentials, and then it has like a big list of stuff: vegetables and greens, mushrooms, fruits, berries, nuts and seeds, cheeses, dairy and eggs, dairy-free and meat substitutes, meats, poultry, fish, seafood and seaweed, herbs and spices, sugar and sweeteners, seasoning and spices, baking, pre-made doughs and wraps, grains, cereals, legumes, pasta, bread and salty snacks, oil and fats, dressings and vinegars, condiments, canned foods, spice, sauces, spreads, dips, soups, stews, stocks, desserts, sweet snacks, wine, beer, spirits, beverages, supplements, and extracts. And then it has just lists of all that stuff, and all you have to do is tap on it if you have it. And then and once you have that all done, you can just, it'll give you recipes that you can make with what you have on hand. And then there's also a shopping list edition. So if you run out of stuff, it'll automatically add it to your shopping list for you. So it's pretty handy. And so if you ever want like to try a new recipe, for example, that I would definitely recommend it, because I've gotten a couple recipes off of that and they came out pretty good. There's supposed to be, isn't there? There's supposed to be one of these over here, isn't there? Yes, there is. There we go. Oh, I forgot to fill in that awning. Whoopsie doozies. Your mom orders online. Yeah, we do that a lot too. Like I said, we shop at Kroger. So we just use their app, and then we just do pickup orders. Sometimes if we're really not in the mood, we'll have it delivered. But a lot of times we'll just do our shopping on the app and then schedule for a pickup order, and then we just go there, and then they'll bring it out to the car and load us up. Beats going in and walking around shopping, that's for sure. Oh, come on. I hate when it does that. Good grief. Again? Come on, bro. Oh, for the love of God. Come on. There we go. Good Lord. You have to be so accurate with the freaking cursor with these panes. There we go. Well, I know that's going to be there next time, so I'm just going to leave it. I just love how it let me do that, but when I was trying to place the torch over there, it wouldn't let me. So annoying. It's like, if you're going to be picky, great. If you're not going to be picky, even better. But stay consistent. Anybody else get annoyed by inconsistencies like that? Because it sure annoys me. It's like, pick one and stick with it. You do too, Stitch? Yeah, it annoys me to no end. Annoys me to no end. I don't know if that's a me problem or what, but I don't like it. I can deal with either, but you need to quit switching. This sounds like something off a Reload. I was right. I don't like the song. Skipping. Ooh, I love this song. This is a good song here. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Do I need anything? I think I'll be needing more andesite soon. This one doesn't count. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm gonna sleep while I'm down here anyway. How am I so good at words on stream? I don't know. I'm only good as long as I can see the answers. Once I start hiding the answers, and once they start speeding up the switching, see what I do? I take a... Here's what the real truth. I take a picture of the letters so I can just stare at them and they're not switching. That helps more than I can ever explain. That's the truth. It's the switching that messes me up the most. So when it gets really fast, it's just because you know how it gets. It always switches at a period, you know, at a steady speed until you get to that one level, and then it just goes. It's like, dude, I didn't even get a chance to read the whole line, and you've already shuffled it. But by the time you get to that level, it's hard for everybody else. So no matter how good I may or may not be, you know, especially once you get locked out from having a correct answer. And then once they start throwing in a second fake letter, but especially, like I said, the worst ones is when they hide the actual correctly guessed answers. That's what really screws me. That's what really screws me. I needed andesite while I was down here. I will grab more glass while I'm down here. That'd probably be a good idea. I should probably grab a little more concrete, actually. And that should be good for now. Was I done with this layer? I was. Derp. I was running around trying to find where I left off, and I was like, wait, did I leave off? I was done. Here's another question for you guys. When you guys are doing builds like I'm doing right now, and you're just following a schematic, do you go clockwise or counterclockwise? See, I'm going clockwise this time, but it feels very weird, so I'm going to switch back to counterclockwise. It feels weird going this way. For some reason, I like the edge to be on my right side. That's just me, though. This isn't the song I thought it was, but it's still a good song. Mac, you don't have the patience to build something twice, so you've never bothered getting Lightmatica. I usually wouldn't have the patience to build something twice, except that if I don't pre-build something, it's going to turn out like absolute garbage. I can't do what Lammy's doing and freehand a whole huge mushroom and have it actually come out looking good. If I did it freehand for real, it would not come out good at all. It would be horrendous. even with me pre-planning and pre-building, it doesn't always work out great. Stitch has officially startled the nugget. Oh no. Did you scare the poop out of her? Because I've seen that happen with babies. They literally jumped, and because their muscles twitched when they got startled, it pushed out some poop. It's funny unless you're the one that has to clean it. Oh, this is RU. I gotcha. Yeah, she moved Nugget and it scared her. Speaking of being startled, what are your guys' opinions on... Okay, I'll just state my opinion, and you guys tell me what you guys think. So, I am of the opinion that being scared or startled is the more appropriate term via a jump scare is not truly being scared. It's being startled. I consider those things two separate forms of I don't know, fear, I guess. Cat, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Finger waves from the shadows. Thanks for the alert, Cat. Appreciate you. Mac, you got your room clean or organized at least. Nice. You would agree with that, Mac? I think most people do, but like I don't know for sure. That's why I'm asking. You guys both agree? So being startled is not the same as being truly scared. Okay, so I'm not alone with this sentiment then. I feel better about myself now. Because that's why I don't like horror movies. Because more often than not, they're either cheesy or they're just boring. Because they don't have the effect on me like they do with a lot of other people. Because my brain can absolutely separate the fact out that it's just a movie. So no matter how scary or even how real or realistic it looks, it's like my brain knows this is a movie. Everybody in this movie is fine. None of this is happening. So therefore, my brain doesn't interpret it as scary or suspenseful or any of that stuff. The only things in them that might get me at all are jump scares, but again, I don't consider those jumps, or that I don't consider that being scared. So that's why I don't like horror movies most of the time. Kat, how are you doing tonight? I know you said you're lurking, so if you're lurking, I understand, but if you are still here, how are you doing tonight? Would you stop missing these? I know I'm aiming right at them and it's just not placing. It's driving me nuts. For the love of God. This is really driving me nuts when it misses, when I'm aiming right at it. Still in a lot of pain, just having a quiet day. Cat, I feel like I missed something. Did something happen? What are you in pain for? I seriously feel like I missed something. What do you get when you cross a bee and a sheep? A bah humbug. I can't even with this. I can't even with this. I keep hitting the... My free cam trigger is right next to the next layer button, and I keep hitting the wrong one. What is this song? There we go. By the way, Kat, did you see the updates from our conversation in Discord? I'll keep who it was with under wraps for now, because I doubt that particular person wants the whole world knowing about this. But did you see the update that they posted this morning? RU's back. You have returned to Stitch's account. You had oral surgery, you had a broken tooth, yikes, that needed to be removed, but you guess it turned into a whole thing because you walked out with an inch of stitches and a bone graft. Good gracious. Man, I hope you feel better soon. That sounds wholly unpleasant. Like, none of what you said sounded even remotely like something enjoyable. Maybe the drugs they gave you while they were doing it, that'd be about it. But once those drugs wear off, it's back to being unpleasant again. I had to have a tooth removed 2019, like August or September. Back here. It's the third tooth from the back on the bottom left side. So there's 2 teeth, then a gap, and then the rest of the teeth. It's the only tooth I'm missing, and they had to pull it because of being in the United States and our healthcare being an extreme joke. My insurance only pays for cleanings up to 5 fillings a year, 2 cleanings a year, 5 fillings a year, or 2 extractions. Exactly, Rue. Exactly. Or are you? Sorry. Is it RU or is it Rue? In my brain, I say RU, but sometimes my mouth says Rue. Either? Okay. But yeah, exactly. It pays for 2 cleanings, 5 fillings, or 2 extractions. It does not cover root canal. But anyway, I had an abscess in my jaw underneath that tooth. And the dentist said, well, the only thing we could do to fix it would be a root canal, which just sounds like a bundle of fun to begin with. But my insurance doesn't cover those, and me being poor, which is why I'm on the poor people insurance here in the state, you know, I couldn't afford that. So the only other option was to have it extracted, which my insurance does pay for. So it's like, do I want to be in misery for, you know, who knows how long on antibiotics, assuming they even work, to get rid of this thing? Because I was in absolute misery. I couldn't even close my mouth, because if anything even touched that tooth, no matter how gently, was excruciating. So I was in absolute misery, and I was like, there is no way I'm dealing with this any longer. Like, just pull the tooth. The dentist was trying to talk me out of it. I'm like, he's like, I recommend you keep the tooth. Obviously, you know, there's always that. Is he just saying that so we can get more money from that root canal? Or is that his genuine opinion? And it's like, even if it was just his genuine opinion, I'm like, bro, unless you're going to give me that root canal for free, pull the tooth. Because I can't afford to have it done. So that's what my insurance pays for. So that's what you're going to do. So he pulled it. You have a tiny mouth, and so you've had 8 teeth, 4 molars, and 4 wisdom teeth removed due to lack of space. This has by far been the worst. Bert Kreischer has something similar to that. His mouth doesn't open very wide. Like, even with his mouth fully open, like, his teeth are at a severe angle to themselves, so he doesn't have a lot of room in the back. The way you see/say the name is RU Prime. Yeah, that's how I say it in my brain. But you don't care how people refer to me as long as it's respectful and clear. It's me they're referring to. I gotcha. Dental care improves general health. The insurance companies paying for the cheapest option costs everyone more in the long run. Indeed. Indeed. I don't know why people are in such a fuss about universal health care here in the United States. It literally works everywhere else where they have it. So your whole excuse is, I don't want to pay for the lazy people that won't work. It's like, you realize you get this insurance as well, right, dude? You realize you get to take advantage of this as well, right? You realize you don't have to pay that $1,000 premium anymore for you and your family, right? You realize you're saving money, right? No, they don't realize that. They just hear, oh, we can't. Oh, you want it? Okay. Him hungry? Our dog's hungry. I say him when I refer to my dog, even though it's the proper word would be he. Baby talk. We talk like our dog is a baby because of course he is. So Nugget was poopy. Did you scare the poop out of her, Stitch? I heard you startled her. Did you startle the poop out of her? But anyway, this is a soapbox. This is a hill I am absolutely willing to die on. There's no reason to not have universal health care in this country when it works literally everywhere else where they have tried it. Some places with much less money than we have as a country. And yet, am I out? I am. And yet they still make it work. It's almost like, you pay just a poof more on your taxes, yes, but you're saving a huge insurance premium. But oh, we can't have it because there might be some unemployed people that are too lazy to find a job that might take advantage of this. And my response to that is, good. There's probably a chance they need health care because everybody needs health care. We're humans. It's kind of part of the deal. It's not like I'm asking you to pay for a house. I'm asking you to chip in so everybody, not just the broke people, but everybody. Why is that? Oh, that's supposed to be concrete, isn't it? But everybody gets to partake. And the people that are paying premiums don't have to pay premiums anymore. And I almost can guarantee you the amount of taxes that would get increased per month is going to be less than what they would have to be spending on their premium. I don't know if I said that right. Did I say that right? Why can't I pick these up? Hello? Oh, I don't have room. That's why. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Now we're back on track. And guess what? Healthy people are more likely to be able to work. So those who are too ill to work may be able to afford care and meds that allow them to return to work. Exactly. Exactly. It's like, pretty sure I said it right. Thanks. My brain sometimes is thinking of something, but the words come out backwards. And we already pay a little for so exactly. It's like, oh, we can't have socialism in this country. That's heathen. That's heathen devil worshiping economies. It's like, oh, really? So you pay out of pocket for the police and ambulances and fire department, huh? You pay out of pocket for that, do you? Or are your taxes going to that? Some people pay out of pocket for schools, sure. If you can afford to, more power to you. But most people, public schools, you pay for that out of pocket too? No, your taxes do. Guess what that's called? Social programs. And not to mention, costs for healthcare would go down as well. Medicines here cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars because of insurance crap. You go to a country that has universal health care, way cheaper. Way cheaper. I watched this couple on YouTube. They just had a baby. The grand total for a 3-day hospital stay, with a C-section, by the way, it was a C-section. The grand total, $88. They had to pay for the room for 2 nights. But the surgery itself, everything that went with it, all that stuff, completely covered. They had to pay $88 for the room. And by the way, can we just realize that it was $44 per night for a hospital room? $44 a night for a hospital room. That's universal health care, folks. But we can't have it in this country because certain people think that lazy people might get health care. Oh my God. We can't have that. This country will go to ruin. Tempted to pull out the bills from Sam's birth. Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Am I muted? I shouldn't be. I should not be muted. Cat says I'm okay. My mic's not flashing. My microphone levels are bouncing around. So, did you accidentally mute me, Stitch? Oh, Twitch being Twitch. Gotcha. That's all you had to say. The worst part of all this, pharmacies and insurance companies jack up the prices simply to say, look how much money you save from using your insurance. Exactly. Exactly. There's literally no reason. For example, my mom went without one of her medicines for like 3 months because your insurance stopped covering it. Because, oh, and get this, if we wanted to pay for it out of pocket, $1,000 per month for this one medicine. $250 per week. And with her insurance, we paid, I just picked it up like 3 weeks ago. Literally $10 for 3 months worth with her insurance. Look how much money you save. Like, oh yeah, go to Canada or the UK or anywhere in Europe that also has universal health care and pay for it out of pocket. See how much it's going to cost you there. Probably less than the $10. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I just don't understand why people are so dead set against it. I just don't understand. It benefits everyone. They want to make it sound like it only is going to help the poor people. No! Everyone. You're a part of everyone. That's why it's called everyone. Welcome back, Stitch. It is knucking fucks. Did I say fuck? I meant futz. Sorry for the accidental slip. I try to keep it under control most of the time. That was a genuine slip, though. That was a genuine slip. I mean, Cat knows. Cat's been in streams with me where it's not family friendly. I have a mouth on me. But in my own streams, for the most part, I try to keep it under control. If the passion level goes up like it is right now, you know, sometimes all bets are off. But for the most part, I try to keep it under control. You know, because I know not everybody appreciates that language, so I try to respect that. I try to keep myself under control. So, but at the same time, if it slips, it's not. I'm not gonna sweat it that much because, you know, what are you gonna do about it? It's already happened, so it's over with. Meanwhile, people are permanently logging out of life simply because they can't afford medicine that they need to live. Exactly. Exactly. And it was that medicine, by the way, that I was talking about for my mom specifically was definitely helping her. She's diabetic. I don't remember which type. I can't ever remember which one's which. But if you're familiar with it, it's that medicine's called Trulicity. I don't know what exactly it does. It's not an insulin specifically, but it's a once-a-week injectable. And when we saw her endocrinologist, after she had been off of it for 3 months because her insurance stopped paying for it, and he checked her levels had gotten worse since then, after they had improved while she had been on it. So he said maybe resending the prescription will trigger it and they'll cover it again. So he said worst case scenario, they won't cover it and you just don't pick it up. So he sent it back in, and surprisingly they covered it again. So she has been back on it again, thankfully. But it's almost like people need these medicines that's being prescribed. It's like, even if you think that doctors just overprescribe medicines for the money, universal healthcare will solve that because it takes the money out of it. It's like, obviously you have to pay for it because, you know, it does cost money to produce, but it doesn't cost that much money to produce. Nope. Not at all. Not even close. It costs them pennies on the dollar to make this stuff. And then they turn around and charge you $1,000 a freaking month for it. It's like, get out of here with that, bro. If we all had the health care we needed, I can't even exactly. And you know, I watch YouTubers from New Zealand. Like if Claire was here, they would be appalled at hearing specifics about what we have to go through here. And you know, but from New Zealand, Australia, Canada, all these places that have universal health care, and they hear about, you know, what we have to go through, how much we have to pay, and the words they use, that's insane. And that's the only word I can use. It is truly insane. Doctors would still get company kickbacks, but still, sure. I mean, but like, you know, it's like, it's not like they're charging for you to get your medicine anymore. Or even if it is, it's going to be significantly cheaper. Significantly cheaper. Money is the main reason you waited so long to have a baby. Money is one of the, outside of the fact that I'm just not really a huge fan of kids. I don't want the responsibility and all that jazz. But money is absolutely one of the primary, it's definitely in the top 5 reasons I didn't want kids. Absolutely in the top 5 reasons I didn't want kids. It's like, who can afford that? And especially now, it's just getting worse and worse these days. And it's like, and you have all this cost just to have the kid. You know, you go to a hospital, you have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just for the privilege of having a baby in a hygienic environment and with people that know what they're doing if something goes wrong. You know, you have to pay for that privilege. Meanwhile, in the rest of civilized society, no, you want to have a baby? Come on down. We'll only charge you for the room. You need a C-section? No problem. No problem at all. We'll still just charge you for the room. Imagine not having to choose between life or debt or death. Exactly. Exactly. You'd be surprised it costs to produce a $2 pin. Currently having to make a choice, not physical death, but mental. Yeah. It just really drives me nuts. Meanwhile, here's what's really going to make you guys laugh. All these people that are like, oh, we can't have universal health care. Those lazy, unemployed people will take advantage of it. Well, while I do admit I'm definitely lazy, I'm not unemployed because I'm lazy. I'm unemployed for different reasons. But I have really, really decent insurance, actually. I get it through the state. Guess how much I have to pay? Guess how much I have to pay for my insurance, guys? I'm on poor people insurance, so guess how much I have to pay for it? Which means everything else about it is coming from the state. As of right, ever since the pandemic hit, it has become nothing. But before that, even then, it was $1 a month. $1 a month. It covers everything. I had an overnight stay in the hospital, MRI, CT scan, the heart thing, the EKG, ECG, whatever it was, the brain scan thing. I even have a picture where I was getting the little probes hooked up on my brain for the brain scan thing. All that, I didn't pay a penny out of pocket. I did not pay a penny out of pocket. And where'd that money come from? I'm guessing the taxpayers. I paid $1 a month. And then the pandemic hit, and then the government started giving out all this extra money for stuff like that, so it dropped it down to $0. So I haven't had to pay anything since the pandemic. So the only thing that's sketchy is my vision and dental, but that's the way it is with all regular insurance. My mom, for example, has killer insurance. No money out of pocket at the doctors, no co-pays. Her prescriptions are dirt freaking cheap, but she has no dental and no vision. So my vision, I have to go to specific places to get eye care, and I already explained the dental thing. It only covers certain things, but even then, it's still covered. I get my cleanings, and I can get up to 5 fillings a year if I need them, or 2 extractions a year if I need them. So that's no root canals, but like considering those are only like last resort type of deals, I mean, that's not terrible as far as dental is concerned. But my prescriptions are completely free. Doctor's visits are completely free for me. All the tests that I've ever had done have been completely free for me. I've paid, I think maybe a grand total of like $25 over like the first 2 years that I had it before the pandemic hit and made it free. So where did the rest of that money come from? Taxpayers. Oh, ad break. I love this song. If anybody's on an ad break right now, I love this song. Hellbent for leather. I'm actually gonna crank that up a bit here. I love this song. I'll check Discord. Hellbent for leather. Hellbent for leather. Welcome back. So, I'm jamming out to this song. I love this song. Yeah, sorry about that, Tally. I hit the recommended settings. The number of ads may be different, but it's the length of time. It should have been about 1.5 minutes if I had to guess, because I think I have it set up for that. But Tally, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? But yeah, back to what I was saying. I've paid, like I said, over the course of the 2 years that I had it before the pandemic hit and turned it free, a grand total of like $25. Where did the rest of all that money come from? Taxpayers. So it's like, oh yeah, these unemployed people might take advantage of this universal health care. Well, we already are, even though it's not universal. So you're only losing out yourself at this point. He was watching the comedy news program on here earlier. It was like 10 ads every time. Good lord. They probably had an even higher ratio. I only did that. I only did the thing because, like you all heard how Griffin says he doesn't make enough from ads to warrant having them turned on. And, that's true. I mean, you don't get much from ads. But, when I turned on Twitch's recommended ad settings, and I started getting way more money. Like, I can go back in my earnings, and you can see before I made that switch, the little bar was like non-existent for ad revenue. And then after I made that switch, it jumped up quite a bit. I think I made more in the first month after turning it up to their recommended settings than I had the entire time beforehand combined. That's how much of a difference having the recommended settings made. All right, let me catch back up. And who cares what they do? They deserve healthcare. Exactly, Tally. Exactly. And indeed, Stitch, pennies do add up. Pennies do add up. Pennies do indeed add up. Another thing I'm happy with, Twitch lowered their payout threshold. It used to be $100 before they'd pay out, and they lowered it to $50. That's the only reason I've even had, my third payout, or even my second payout. Because, they lowered it to $50. Otherwise, I would have only just did get a second payout a few weeks ago. That's why you run ads too? Exactly. Exactly. And then, you know, it's like, I'm not doing this for money, you know, but if I'm gonna have the option to make money, I'm like, why not make money, you know? It's like, who would turn down money? It's money. It's like, I'm doing this because it's fun. I like hanging out with you guys. So that's why I do it. The money is just a nice bonus. It's like, but if it's gonna be there, I want it, you know, if it's gonna have you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be there, I want it. Okay, you really need to figure out dinner. This will be fun. Kat, good luck with dinner. Appreciate you being here. Hope you figure out something pretty quick and hope it turns out good. Appreciate you being here. And then there's someone like you who gets ads who don't get ads for whatever reason. Yeah, some channels, even if I'm not a subscriber, some channels I just don't get ads from. It's weird. It's like everybody else will be like, ad break. I'm like, why don't I have an ad break? I'm not a subscriber. Indeed, Stitch, I missed your streams. I definitely missed the streams. I really wish I would quit missing these things. I'm looking right at them, and they go, nope. In time, hopefully sooner rather than later. Exactly. Yeah, Tally, Stitch's crochet streams were really fun and informative. I learned a few things. Stitch, was it you that raided into that that Australian guy, that Crochet Me Daddy? I think that's his Twitch name. Was it you that raided into him? Because I still watch him. Yes, you did? Okay. Yeah, I still watch his channel. He crochets Pokemon a lot. He makes his own patterns to do it, I think, as well. I think the last time I was there, I think he was working on Vulpix. I want to say Vulpix, but I might. Maybe it was one of the evolutions. I don't remember. I don't remember. Mac, thanks for that shout out. I should have did that myself. But I'm dumb. My brain doesn't work sometimes. Maybe it might have been Flareon. It was either Vulpix or it was one of the evolutions. I know that. It was one or the other. I can't make anything that cool. The only thing I've ever made was scarves. Straight rows. That's all. That's the hardest thing I've made. Straight rows. Following patterns is hard. You're gonna get nuggets at bet? Okay, Stitch. Hope she goes down easy without too much of a struggle. Apparently, that doesn't get much easier. Just ask Cat. With the struggles of getting Sam to get to bed. Boy, if only kids knew. If only kids knew how much they're gonna miss sleep when they get older. Pro tip, give medicine, then pacifier. Oop, I did not mean to throw that. Yeah, all these kids that don't want to go to sleep or... Whoa! Where'd he come from? Oh! That sucks. Pick this stuff up. That really sucks. That really sucks. Problem is, I don't know if I actually lost. I'm sure I lost the glass. But I think I did get the concrete back anyway. Oh well. I think I had a little extra glass. I can always make more if I need to. What was I talking about before Mr. Creeper decided to ruin my night? Oh, it was because it was nighttime and flat spawnable surface. That's where he came from. I didn't think it was night long enough for him to spawn, but I guess it was. It's all good, are you? It's all good. It wasn't that big of a hole. Concrete has a fairly high blast tolerance, I guess. They only took out like a 2x3 hole, I think. I may have lost a bit of glass, but I got plenty of glass. And even if I did run out of glass, I got more in my basement I can make real quick. It wouldn't have been more than a few panes at the most, so it really wouldn't have been a problem. I should have grabbed more concrete while I was down there. That was dumb. Whoop. There was a ledge there. Alright, top the rest of this off the glass. We'll pick this up. I pick up my empties and put them over here so I don't get confused by them. Because how many times have you left an empty shulker around only to go, oh, empty, oh, empty. Where's the stuff? Oh, there it is, finally. So I just pick up the empties as I go. That ledge sounded painful. Wah, wah, wah. I tell you though, pasting these panes is a pain in the glass. Unable to count that high? What did I miss? Counting what? You'd like to start a diet, but you got too much on your plate, right? That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh yeah, how is Battleship going? In fact, let's go find out. Let's go find out. It's just right over here. I don't think I have enough rockets to make it there and back, but I can definitely make it there. Field trip. A whole 400 blocks. Ooh, this wasn't here the other day. I guess I do have enough rockets to get back. Leaving empty boxes with the full ones and mixing them up. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. I picked them up. Got a pillager patrol rolling in. I'll never understand how people can come up with cool stuff like this. My brain just doesn't understand it. You had 3? Wow. Rue, or are you? Whenever my server gets back up and running, I might have to have you come on and rebuild these over there. I'll even give you creative mode to do it with, because I'm cool like that. Is this tic-tac-toe? I didn't know we had tic-tac-toe. I thought we had Connect 4, and that was it. Nice. I'll have to come over here and play it one day. Oh, you built tic-tac-toe first. I had no idea. Oof. Looking at this hurts my brain. My brain no understandy. Like, even if I knew how each individual bit of mechanics worked, how they're combined together to make it work, I don't understand that at all. My brain just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. I can actually show you the most complex redstone machine I've ever made on my own. I have it as a schematic. I can just pull up the hologram for you. Let me go over here where it's empty still. You want to upgrade Connect 4, you learn so much building Battleship. You want to implement new circuits and wiring, make it faster. Nice. Let's see. Here. I'll have to... Let's see, let's roll it over here. And then let's go to all. So this is the most complicated redstone thing I've ever made. And it's not complex at all. Basically, we had an event where you had to collect 8 different keys to unlock the final door. So it's basically your typical impulse filter here to make sure each individual key was there, because they were all unique. And then, of course, it had a trash can attached down here. There's lava in here, where not only... Once the door opened, it emptied itself to reset. It was self-resetting. And it would just automatically ditch those into lava. But if anybody put in anything other than the keys, it would just go straight in there and get thrown out anyway. But, so the items came in here. They got filtered out. And then once they went into these chests, and these hoppers are locked, as you can see, by these repeaters. So it stayed in the chest. Compared to output, came through to these torches. It's an AND gate, if I'm remembering the terminology correctly. This and this and this and this all have to be on. So I'm pretty sure it's an AND gate. Once all 8 keys were in, all of these torches would turn off, which would turn off this line, which would then power this torch, which would fire up this huge pulse extender, because I wanted the door to stay open a very long time, so they had plenty of time to get through it. I didn't want no excuse, well, the door didn't stay open long enough and I didn't have time to get through. I'm like, dude, the door stays open for like 30 seconds. If you can't get through a door in 30 seconds, you have some problems. So this is just basically a huge pulse extender. And then here's the line where it rolls up, and then it turns on this torch. There was an iron door above this that would then open. And then once the pulse extender was powered on, it depowered this torch, which depowered these, which unlocked these hoppers, which then let the keys flow out and get destroyed, thus resetting itself. And then when the pulse extender ran out, that torch powered back off, closing the door, and there you go. It was self-resetting. That's the most complex thing I ever designed on my own. Mac, have a good dinner. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you. I even color-coded it like Mumbo. The yellow circuit is the trash can. The orange circuit is the registry and gate thing. The purple is the pulse extender. The blue is the pulse extender for the reset mechanism. And then the purple here also was the final output. So yeah, literally there was just a chest sitting on top of this, and then back here was a wall right behind it, and then a door. So that's it. Piddly stuff by some people's standards, but considering I'm not a redstoner, that's the most complex thing my brain can comprehend. I need more rockets while I'm down here. Actually. I'm just gonna swap for a fresh stack. That way I don't have to do it again for a while. Honestly, color coding seems like it would help tons. Yeah, it really does. Emmy, welcome in. How you doing tonight? We're building things. We're building things. Making progress on it anyway. Oh, I wasn't done with this layer yet. You definitely forget which redstone bit was attached to what. Yeah, it gets confusing. I mean, my brain can barely comprehend that kind of stuff to begin with. I mean, obviously I understood it well enough to explain it. So it's not like I'm completely ignorant with it. I just don't have as much of in-depth experience and knowledge of it as I would like. But it did the job. It did exactly what it was supposed to. So, I mean, you can't complain about that. Can't complain about that. Even if it was ugly and it was like just the most horrendous rat's nest of wiring you could ever imagine. If it works, who cares? Function over anything, always. Always. I watch these guitar amp repair guy on YouTube, Uncle Doug. I don't know if you guys ever have heard of him, but he gets these rare vintage amps on his channel all the time that he repairs. And he always makes sure to keeps the original parts, even though they're busted. Because if anybody ever wants to restore this to fully original, they can. I'm like, why the hell would anybody want to make it broken on purpose? It's like, these parts don't work. That's why you removed them. That's why they got replaced. The amp no worky unless you replace these parts. And if the amp no worky, then what's the point of having the amp? If you just want eye candy, buy an empty shell of a thing and there you go, you have your eye candy. If you want the amp, it needs to work. I just don't understand these people. Oh, it has to be all original parts. Well, if the original parts are broken, then what's the point? Anyway. Redstone, as with any skill, takes time and patience. It had to build literal calculators to get where you're at. God, I can't even imagine building calculators. I've seen the people that have built like actual, like legitimate computers in Minecraft. It's like, and they're like, oh yeah, over here is RAM unit number 1. And I'm like, how? It's like, how? It's like, I know when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, computers are just binary instruments, zeros and ones, and that's all redstone is, zeros and ones, ons and offs. So at the end of the day, that's all you're doing with it. But how? My brain doesn't and can't understand it. It's just beyond my comprehension. And that's just all there is to it. To be fair, those are typically built in dedicated void creative world using mods. Yeah, but still, the fact that it's possible. The fact that it's even possible. Still good on materials, good. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Blink's new album, now that Tom's back. The two with Matt were okay. I enjoyed them enough. But I'm really looking forward to hearing the new one with Tom again. You completely agree with Fascination 2, and you know how they do it. Another one that fascinates me is these people that can make these huge, elaborate note block songs, like the Note Block Lizard. Like, how? It's like, I understand all the tunings. Like, I'm a musician, so I understand all the tunings and things. But it's like, how do you get the redstone to time it up? And getting it to sound perfect. It's like how many hours did this take you, dude? It's like you play it and it's like, oh, nope, that didn't sound right. And you have to make a little tweak. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. And then watching Griffin build that Christmas song. And it was like, I understood everything he was doing, but it was like, how did the timings work out? It's like all the trial and error involved. You watch one of the others the other day, it's amazeballs. Yeah. Note blocks baffle you too. The music production baffles me, and you two are a musician. Yeah, it's like, well, the production aspect has always confused me. It's like, how do you know what to tweak on? How do you know which pieces of equipment you need to use? And how do you know what settings to use on them? It's like, how do you know? It's like, oh, you're listening to something. It's like, oh, this sounds like it needs a little bit more compression on this one part. And maybe put through a filter here. You know, filter out some of these frequencies here. It's like, how do you know how to do that? My brother-in-law, he's an audio engineer. He had his own studio for a while, but he wasn't making enough money doing that, obviously, because there's no money in it unless you're a huge studio. And so he went into law school and became a lawyer. You only use notebooks with observers? I don't use notebooks very often at all myself. I would love to try making a song with note blocks one day, though. That does sound fun, but it just sounds frustrating with lots of trial and error. It just sounds. It just sounds. I'd have to be in a mood. I'd have to be in a mood for sure. Welcome back, cat. With a feast. Oh, fancy feast. Fancy feast for the cat. What do you got, cat? Mac's gone to eat too, so you can't make her any hungrier anymore. And Nugget went down quietly. Nice. Welcome back, Stitch. I'm glad she went down nice for you. But yeah, I would definitely have to be in a mood to try note blocks because the trial and error aspect is the part that's the most off-putting. Scrambled egg and green smoothie. Nice. I love scrambled eggs. I love scrambled eggs. You do use note blocks to carry redstone signals or as buttons, but not as music. That's fair, Rue. Are you? God, why do you keep doing that? Are you? Good grief. I know you said you don't care, but my brain says there's a correct way and an incorrect way, and it's wanting to be incorrect tonight for some reason. Emmy. Thank you so much for that gifted sub to Cat. I appreciate that so much. Why did my alert not work, though? That's concerning. That worked. I know my follower alert worked, because I got a follow the other day, and it worked. So why is that one not working? Let me switch screens here really quick. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things here, but the other one is just crew link. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would the follower alert work, but not the subscriber work? Let me check stream elements real quick, guys. I gotta get that fixed, because if I don't do it now, I will forget. And that's an important one. That's a very important one. Why is that not working? Streaming tools. Overlays. This is my primary overlay. Sounds. Maybe the alert sounds are a different thing. Let me click on this really quick. I bet the alert sounds are a separate sound system. Yeah. I'm gonna...
Alert audio for tonight at 10:50 p.m.
I set a reminder with my phone to remind me. Are you? Could you sleep? I don't want to get blown up again. And I also don't want to have to hop down. Alright. But yeah, Amy, thank you so much for that gift sub. Appreciate that so much. You just told Rev that when your jaw heals, you're going to insist on the crunchy and chewy foods. Indeed. Thank you, Rue. Are you? God, I'm going to smack myself. I swear to God, I'm going to physically smack myself if I do that again. Honestly, let it. The reason you say you don't care is not because people to go, aw, dang, wrong name. You honestly don't care. I mean, I know you don't, but like, in my brain, there is a correct and an incorrect way. Even if you don't care which is used, in my brain, one's wrong, one's right. And I'm using the wrong one for some reason. The only reason you say "are you" is so you don't get mixed up with the Torah, right? I just say Atora myself. Yes, Cat, you have the fuzzy face. You have the fuzzy face. You got the fuzzy face, and you also have the derp face. Never a dull moment in streaming with audio. There, Emmy, that's so true. That is so true. It's like I wasn't looking when it happened. I was looking at chat. Chat is right on the edge of the screen. Like my main screen's right in front of me. Chat is just on the edge of my second screen. My stream preview is farther over, so I'm not looking directly at that. When you did it at least pop up on the screen? It should have been right in the middle underneath the overlay at the top. Because if it at least popped up there, then at least know that it was going through. But if... And that would just prove my point that it's just the audio that's a separate source that I have to add. Because I have my audio all split up. Every single thing has its own audio track. My mic is its own track. Minecraft is its own track. The music is its own track. With Among Us, the game sounds is its own track. CrewLink is its own track. So the sound redeems from the channel points are their own, is its own track. So yeah, geez, two weeks. That's rough. Pretty sure something popped up there. Okay, good. Very good. Well, that's good at least. I'll rewatch the VOD later and confirm. But I'm pretty sure it's just an audio source that I have to add back in. I think, in fact, I'm almost positive that's what it is because I did have an alert audio source before, but I thought when I got my new overlay that it was built, that the audio was built into it, but I guess it's not. So I will have to adjust that. You get more work done when they come out. So who knows? You have to get more work done? Oh, Cat. I'm sorry. More work. Ugh. I can think of a whole bunch of things that would be on my list of things to do before I would go to a dentist for work. Ugh. Moral here, don't break a tooth. I've never broken a tooth, but I have had to have work done. I've had my wisdom teeth pulled when I was 17. My doctor was phenomenal, though. No pain at all from it. Dude had magic hands. Like, I went home. I don't really remember much because I was still stoned out of my mind on the drugs that he gave me. But when I woke up, I pulled out the cotton packing, and there was hardly any blood on it. And it never bled anymore, so I never had to repack it. So, and I had no pain at all. I was able to eat like proper food that night. Dude had magic hands. I got lucky, I guess, because I heard horror stories about getting their wisdom teeth pulled. And I was like, do I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled? My dentist was like, yeah, they're gonna make your other teeth get out of shape if we don't get them pulled. And I'm like, all right. And of course, everybody has heard those horror stories about getting their wisdom teeth pulled. And I was one of those people that heard them. But this dude, I don't know. He gave me that nitrous to calm me down, and then they added that other stuff in there, and the next thing I know, I'm home. I don't remember much after that in between. I don't remember much in between. I vaguely remember the car ride. Am I out of concrete? I am. I vaguely remember the car ride, and I also remember I called my youth pastor for some random reason. I wanted to call him, and he was like, dude, you sound high. And I'm like, I think I am. And there is no think about it. I was stoned out of my mind. I've been less high smoking weed. That's how stoned I was off that medicine. I don't know what he gave me, but it was good stuff. It was really good stuff, whatever it was. I missed. How did I miss? I'm a better flyer than that, I think. You was awake when you had your... no. No. Like, I've had tons of fillings. But, you know, I don't mind those so much. But, I can't imagine be awake. Eesh. I was awake when he pulled the tooth. That one actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, it didn't hurt at all, but the sensation was weird. It was like a pressure. It didn't hurt, like I said, no actual pain, but like you could just feel the pressure of whatever he was holding the tooth with as he was just cranking on it to pull it out. Let me catch back up. I'm really far behind. I'm pulling a Griffin and falling behind in chat. I'm way behind. Oh my god. How did I get that far behind? Eating solid food today. You know what? Can't be angry. How have you even been going without food? Still have your wisdom teeth, Emmy? Stitch has yours out. Yeah, you just said that, right? You kind of only have 6 teeth, had to get the rest removed, so you won't be visiting a dentist again probably anytime soon. When you heard wisdom teeth out, it hurt. Eesh. Yeah, see that Tally, those the horror stories that I heard. I like I said, I just got lucky with my dentist, I guess. Let's read this dad joke. Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. Also, I don't think French fries are actually French anyway. Rue, you still have your wisdom teeth? Cat, yours wisdom teeth weren't too bad. Tally, you can't eat chips. Oh man, I don't know if I could live without chips. I don't eat them very often, but I can't imagine giving them up completely. Youth pastor, dude, you sound high. Cool youth pastor. Yeah, my youth pastor's pretty cool. Like, I'm not religious anymore, like at all, but he's a really cool dude. That's what would kill you. So much food you can't have. Yeah, I can't. I've always said, like, if a doctor told me you can't eat this ever again or you'll die, I'm like, depending on what it is, he's telling me. You know, if he says you're not allowed to eat steak ever again or you'll die, I'm like, well, I guess I know what my last meal will be then, don't I? Because I'm not giving up food. Nope. I refuse to restrict my diet for any reason. I mean, quantity, you know, portions, control is one thing. But, like, eliminating certain things. Like, if I ever develop lactose intolerance, because I know you can develop that, I guess I'll just have to live with the consequences of having runny poops and gas, because I love milk, I love ice cream, I love cheese, and I am not giving any of it up. Not happening. Emmy, it does not. If I do it on purpose, it does not count. Only accidental falls. The force they used to get the difficult one out, it was nuts. Yeah, Stitch, he was really, like I said, it didn't hurt, but there was immense pressure. Immense pressure. And it was a weird feeling. You was awake for most years, including this one. It was so weird. Yeah, it's really weird, like getting a filling and they inject that Novocaine or whatever it is, lidocaine, and then like you just can't feel your face. It's like you're touching it, but you can't. You can feel it with your hands, but you can't feel your hands on your face. That's weird. Watching him sew you up. Yeah, the only actual like surgery I had was my wisdom teeth, like I said, and like He did. Ooh, chef's kiss of a job. Oh, you never had your wisdom teeth to begin with, are you? Interesting. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. Well, that's only if they have the legs on one side. What if they only have back legs and they're walking around like a dog begging? Imagine that, but like them literally break your teeth to pull them out. Ooh. Well, that's not good. Why would they do that? I mean, it's one thing if they're pulling like normal and they just happen to snap under the pressure. But to break them on purpose, yikes. You'd think it would be easier to just to cut your gum open and pull it out from the root that way. Yikes. You've had 2 surgeries and you've never been put to sleep, but you're glad. It's kind of scary. Honestly, I've had 2, well, 1 proper surgery. I broke my arm when I was 7, and they put me out for that. And it wasn't scary at all. It wasn't scary at all. I was pretty calm the whole time. And then the second one wasn't really a surgery. It was just my wisdom teeth. I don't think they actually knocked me out all the way on purpose. I think I just had a low tolerance for whatever they gave me, and I passed out on my own. I think that's what happened, to be honest with you. When you had state care, they did that with 1. It's freaking horrible. You're sorry you had to go through that. Yeah. Yeah, I have... When I had my tooth pulled, that was on the state care, but they still did a good job. I went to... I don't know if it's a local place or if it's a national place. I think it was just called 24-Hour Dental, or maybe it was Aspen Dental. I think it was Aspen Dental. I don't know if they're a local or a national chain, but the guy that was there, he did a good job. I have no complaints. My only complaint is with my insurance not covering a root canal so I could keep the tooth. But I have no complaints with his care. So, I mean, you gotta take the victories when you can, I guess. It was pain-free and quick. What else can you ask for? Pain-free and quick. What else can you ask for from the dentist? Oh, for the love of God, it always does that. With dental, that is huge, indeed. Yeah, I've been going to my regular dentist, God, since I was like 14 or 15. So like almost 20 years now. Wait, let's see. 16 or 17, I guess. I can't do math in my head. Don't ask me to do math in my head, much less on camera. But pain-free, quick, free. Yes. But the dentist I had when I was a little kid, I liked him. But my mom, when my mom became disabled, she lost her insurance from her job. So no more going to see that guy. And then at some point, she was able to get me on Medicaid for myself. And that's when I started going to the guy that I would go to now. And I've been going to him ever since. I dread the day he retires and I have to find a new guy. I can't imagine it's going to be much longer before he retires. Because I don't know how long he was practicing before I went to him. But I've been going to him since I was 15. And I'm in my mid-30s now, so it's been at least 15 or 16 years that I've been seeing him. So he's got to be somewhat close to retirement age. Why does that do that? Good grief. So I am not looking forward to having to find a new dentist when he finally retires. Like, I like the one I got. Why can't I keep him? How dare you retire on me? man, we made some good progress on this building tonight, guys. I'm not quite ready to wrap up yet. I got about another half hour before I need to leave, or movie night will be late starting. But, made quite a bit of progress. I guess that's what happens when I don't get overly distracted. Welcome back, Mac. How was dinner? Hope you had something tasty. But last week, when I built that thing, the whole entire first hour of stream was just me being completely distracted to the point where I don't even think I wasn't even on this server for like most of that first hour. Tacos, oh, with homemade shells. Oh snap! Oh snap! Iris and I went out to a Mexican restaurant 2 weeks ago. I think it's been 2. Oh, there. I'll give that to you. I didn't fall off per se, but I'll give it to you guys anyway. I think that was 3. I think that was 3. But yeah, I wasn't even on here hardly at all for the first hour. Meanwhile, tonight, the only break I really took was going over to check on the progress RU's making. And other than that, it was pretty much me flying home, because I was over at your base. I've been trading for quartz. So I was there last night when I logged off, so I was still there today. So I had to fly home. And then first thing I did was show off the new towers and explain the process that I was going through last night. And then we got started. So hardly any distractions tonight. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that progress is coming along nicely. And also, I'm very, very, very much surprised that I've only fallen off this thing 3 times tonight. I fell off that thing 3 times on 1 layer. I would fall, I'd go whoops, I'd go back up, I'd get like, I don't know, this far and fall off again. And then I'd get almost done and then I'd fall off again. It's like, whoops. Stitch redeeming 50,000 points on VIP. Fantastic. Fantastic. And there you go. Stitch. Thank you so much for lurking that often. I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurks. I definitely appreciate it. Enjoy the new VIP status. You've definitely earned that one. Very, very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. It means the world to me. I appreciate it. Enjoy that pink badge. I don't even know when Griffin gave me one. Apparently I've had it for a while. And I was like, really? How am I just noticing this? And then Jor's cat, I come in Jor's channel one day and there's a freaking VIP badge. I'm like, where'd this come from? I didn't redeem that. Because I know how he has the redeem too. And I was like, I didn't redeem this. So it's been a while. Where the hell's yours? Did you redeem it? Because Stitch redeemed hers. I thought the wheel was only for like a month though. Or maybe it was a month and he just forgot and left it there. I don't know. I know I won a subscription from the wheel. That was nice. Griff updates his VIP regularly. Nice. Speaking of, where do I see my VIP list at? That has to be Roles Manager. Yep, Mac, you were a VIP but I had to take it away to give you moderator. I felt bad about that. I'm like, why do I have to choose? I want her to be both. I guess it's implied if you're a moderator that you're pretty VIP to become a moderator. I guess that's implied. Stitch is lurking at the moment talking with Mama Stitch. Nice. But yeah, Matt got one because Mac's been here since literal day one, supporting me this whole time, and I appreciate that. And Griffin gets one because without Griffin, I wouldn't have anywhere near the community that I have. And, you know, we're all part of it. Every single person in this chat right now is part of his community. So we all know that Griffin's the glue that holds us together. So Griffin gets one. And now Stitch has hers now that she's redeemed it. You would protest like pink badge over green badge. I mean, that's fair. How cool would it be if you could just like when you customize your name color, that you're allowed to customize any badges that you may have, except the subscription badge. That's the creators. But like, if you happen to be a moderator, but it's probably for uniformity though. It's like everybody knows that the little green button with the white sword is the moderator. You know, everybody knows that. So that's probably why. Not gonna lie, you was VIP in someone's channel and they modded you for the day so you could help them out and you lost VIP and now you're sad. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't know anybody had been watching. I didn't know anybody had enough points to redeem that yet, to be honest with you. Because I know from experience in Griffin's channel how long it takes to save up that kind of pointage. So, am I out? I am indeed out. Bummer. So I know how long it takes. I'm just surprised anybody has... I'm surprised that amount of time has elapsed for it to even be possible. Oh, only 26. Alright, let me catch back up my chat. That is... It would be too hard to change through browser extensions like 7TV names. Yeah. But like I said, they probably don't want that to happen for uniformity. Like cross-channel uniformity. Like, it would be weird to have one person in the channel have the standard, you know, green badge, and then someone else have a pink one. You know? They probably just want to try to avoid as much confusion as possible. That's my guess. You're 800-ish points away from 50,000 yourself, though you've used points for other stuff here. Yeah. I have infinite points. I also removed those other 3 really expensive ones that I used to have because I don't really want to do them myself anymore. Like, they were kind of useless anyway. They were just kind of there for fun, and I didn't know what else to do, but I'll either figure something else out or they'll just be gone. But like, anyway, just check. Me, RU, and Mac were VIP'd in Griffin channel 12 days ago. I thought it was recent. He tried to make it seem like it's been a while. He tried to make it seem like it has been a while. Now, to be fair, I'm always in his stream. I lurk. You know, I'm a points grinder. I lurk all day in his streams. But I'm not always talking. Sometimes I'm legit just lurking. So, and if you're not typing, you don't necessarily notice you have the badge. And especially on Wednesdays, on Among Us nights when I'm absolutely just hard lurking. You know, I got other things to focus on, like not dying. You wonder when you'll lose VIP there? Yeah, I doubt you're gonna lose VIP. Highly doubt that. Currently doing exactly what you do in Griff's. Lurk in chat while you're playing Minecraft. That's what I do a lot of the time too. That's what I was doing yesterday. I had him up open on my second screen while I was working on those new towers. Oh, speaking of, Cat, you weren't here when I showed those off at the start of the stream. Let me turn on the thing. And then do this. And then I can free cam my way over here. Here's the new buildings. This is what I was working on last night. My ear is itching like crazy. I don't know why. You think there's a limit on how many VIPs you can have? I am not sure. I honest to God can't tell you that, Cat. I've only ever had 4, so I highly doubt 4 is the limit. But here's what I was talking about with the stacked carpets. I had to replace the ones on this one at least 6 times, and I think I did this one twice. There is a limit. It's follower based, you believe? I gotcha. But yeah, I definitely had to do this one once because I just copied this building and pasted it, and then I copied the top and then lowered it so it would be shorter. If I knew how much shorter it was, I would have made them all taller. I would have liked the top to be about right here. And if I knew how much shorter it was, I would have extended it upwards. It's not too late to do that, but that would mean more resource gathering, and I'm not even done gathering what I need for these as they stand. So, what do you guys think? Should I do it? It would mean more grinding for quartz. The terracotta is easy to get, and Emmy said I could help myself the carpets, so the carpets won't be a problem. There's plenty more packed ice over there at that iceberg I was on. And so it would literally just be like adding bits of this just to make it taller. The roof wouldn't change. Nothing else would change about it. It would just be adding some layers in the middle that are all the same. Let's see. What is this level? This level here. Feet. Roughly 217. I would like it to be more like 250. So that's what, 30 something more blocks on that one. And then to keep the I would just keep them proportional. However many blocks I add to that, I'll add to these as well. So that's quite a few layers. But that wouldn't be all that much more stuff. I mean, the quartz is the most expensive part. You got some slabs and stairs, and then pillars, and then some chiseled. Those are the most expensive parts. Like the where's the thing? I flew over here yesterday. I was literally over here yesterday. Where's the? Why are these maps weird? Why is the map weird? I was at Emmy's base yesterday. Emmy's base ain't on here. Or is it? Yeah, it is. But I flew way over here to get ice. And now it's gone. Maps are stupid. Maybe that's why there's an update to it. But, anyway, more terracotta. Pacer told me that, I can have as much as I want. Because she has no plans for it. And I'm already still grinding for the quartz as it is, so grinding for a little more wouldn't be that big of a deal. And birch, I have plenty of that. Dark oak, I have plenty of that. Smooth stone's easy to get. So it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard at all. But I would like the very tippity top point here to be right about here. Well, maybe to here. Maybe to here. What is this? 236. And we are at roughly 217. So that's basically 20 blocks or less, actually. So 20 more blocks. I'm thinking. Let me catch back up on chat. I've been ignoring it. Sorry. Why won't it scroll? Please scroll. Thank you. Yeah, he un-VIPs peeps and VIPs new peeps regularly. I gotcha. Talia, I can't take credit for these buildings. These buildings are not my design. This is the only one. This one's my design. These two are my design. This one is sort of my design. I built this from scratch based off of another building that looks similar-ish. Like these, you can sort of see right there. That step is there. These steps are there. But after that, it was just completely flush the rest of the way up. And the sides were flush the entire way up. And it was much, 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 much smaller. I think the whole building was the size of this top piece here in width. Maybe 1 or 2 modules wider. Maybe this wide. It was a lot smaller. So this is my build being completely inspired by and almost mimicking another build. But these two were straight up someone else's design. I would love to give credit to whoever built this one, but I don't know who built this one. I do know who built these, so I am actually able to give full credit on these. Oh, by the way, all you guys that are on this server with me, I am officially, opening up my city to be built on by anybody. I only have a couple of rules in place. Tall buildings like what I'm working on now need to be south of this river. So basically, this area here and this area here are the tall buildings. Everything over here, there will be a height limit to them. I don't know what that limit is just yet. I'll have to stack up some pillars to kind of get a feel for it. But I've changed my plans overall. It's no longer going to be downtown, you know, that urban mix and then suburbs. It's not going to be that anymore. It's going to be skyscrapers and then everything else. So this will be like a mixture. Anyway, let me keep going on, chat. I'm still way behind. Way behind. Anyway, yeah, Mac, I can't take credit for those buildings. I have tweaked them, of course, but the designs themselves are not mine. Why did the man put his money in the freezer? He wanted cold, hard cash. Nice. Why does Zero's map always end looking like dick pics? Yeah. It's just the way that it renders. Boy, I can't wait, Mac. I can't wait to see the mountain you're making for Jen. I can't wait to see that thing done. It's gonna be so cool. Pix, welcome back in, by the way. Sorry, I'm just saying hi. I'm so far behind on chat. Is there taxes? Taxes for what? You need to join the server someday? Well, Emmy's the one to talk to. So... Well, I mean... Griff, technically, I guess, but Emmy's the one that runs it. He would know better than anybody if the server can handle more people. And all the more people that's ever on it at a time, I think it would be fine, personally. I mean, I counted up the people in the Discord chat the other day. There was 28 people total that's on the server right now. But at any given time, I've never seen more than 5. Well, not like ever. Like that one time Griffin was on, everybody hopped on while Griffin was giving that tour. But like on the regular, you know, there's usually no more than 5 or 6 people tops on at once. So I'm sure it can handle it. Server can easily handle 15 at a time, yeah. And like I said, I've never seen more than 6 outside of that time Griffin was on giving the tour. Because you all know how it is. Streamers on the server that you can get on, you're gonna get on this and pester the streamer. The dragon fight and the tour were the times that most people are on. Yeah. All right, I think I'm caught up. That was the last message, right? Yes, it is. All right, all caught up on chat. As much as I would hate to have to restack these carpets, I'm gonna have to. I only need to add 20 blocks. I think 20 would be a nice round number to add height. 20 to each. So that's not actually adding that much more material. It's really not. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 8. 16 for both of these towers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see you over there, by the way. Oh, that's me. I think it may be time for me to end the evening because I talked to myself like I was someone else there for a second. I didn't startle myself. I could see myself there clearly. I just forgot that it was myself standing there. Because I was working on these buildings for hours yesterday in creative mode, so with me flying around looking at them, my brain, it's like, oh, we're just back in creative mode. And then I forgot, no, we're in free cam mode, and that's my corpse standing over there. Oh. Anyway, 8 more courts for these two combined, 4 each, because it's just 2 stairs on or 4 stairs on each side, so that's 8 total. So 16 total. So every 4 floors is 1 more stack. So that's 4, that's 8, 16, 20. So that's 4 more stacks total. 4 more stacks total of courts for these two. And then let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 blocks for these per floor times 20. So yeah, it's only gonna add like maybe like 8 stacks or less more courts. So that's not a big deal. Oh, I forgot about these though. Either way, that's 2 there, 2 more there, 2 more there. Okay. So maybe 10 more stacks of courts. That's not terrible. When you have to get 3 shulker boxes, what's 10 more stacks? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that on stream. Maybe I could do it on stream. That'd be something to stream anyway. But I'm not going to do it tonight. I will say that. I'm definitely not going to do that tonight. You miss being able to join the dragon fight by a small margin. I was not here for the dragon fight. I didn't even know this server existed until long after that. Griffin just mentioned it in passing one time. And I was like, wait, there's a server? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, how does one go about joining this server? So yeah, I've only been on this, it's been a year now. I joined, was it the end of March or early April? I know I was digging out this already by sometime in April. I know that. I am going to sleep while I can, really quick. Get rid of this storm. I said sleep. not place a block on the ground. But, wow, they're a lot taller when you're standing on the ground, huh? Anyway, let me catch back up on chat. Don't go crazy. I'm already crazy, Mac. It's too late for that. That ship sailed many, many, many years ago. Shame the internet can't be perfect. Even I get poor connection at times. Thankfully, my connection to the server has cleared up a lot, actually. I used to, whenever Iris would be watching her show, my connection would just go straight in the garbage. But thankfully, that's cleared up. Work today was easy. Spent 5 hours sitting around reading. Nice. Love getting paid to do something fun. Is there a hole in your shoe? No. Then how'd you get your foot in it? Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I knew it had to be at least late March, because I knew I was already digging this out in April. Close to a month behind you. You were working the day of the dragon fight, so you wasn't able to join on the fun till the end of it. Yeah, that sucks. The server started sometime around February last year. Gotcha. Yeah, when I joined... Is Spawn on here? It is. When I joined... This was here. This was here. None of these were here. This was definitely not here. I'm the one that... Well, Claire decorated it. I'm the one that built the farm itself. This was here. Cat's shop was here. Kate, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in. Appreciate you swinging by. Claire's base was there. Griffin's base was there. Lammy hadn't got on and did her thing yet. This was here, but nothing was down here yet, I don't think. I think I was one of the first people to actually move in down here. You're okay? Glad to hear it. I'm doing all right. It's been a fairly productive stream for a change. Not too sidetracked tonight, except for like the last 20 minutes. Yeah, I was not here for the start of the server. Anytime there's lightning in the area, even 20 kilometers away, so it can be nice. I feel like I missed part of that, Emmy. Did I miss something? What about the lightning? Why won't chat scroll for me tonight? Good lord. Even dragging the slider, it's wanting to fight me to get moving. Oh, you can't work when there's lightning. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, right. You work at an airport, don't you? Mental Lab were moving shops in at the same time, actually. I was able to watch him dig while you worked on mine. Right, right. Yeah, you built the thing. I can't it's that dope cave looking thing that right across the way there. Oh, at a plant. Okay. I thought we worked at an airport. I don't know why I thought you worked at an airport. But the mushroom was not there yet. At the main spawn spot. That was not there yet. So whenever that went up, that should date. I was here before the mushroom went in. You are above over 100,000 liters of gas, diesel, and jet fuel almost all the time. Yikes. The cliff block the view of your shop. Oh, the overhang? Yours is right behind mine, right, Pix? Yours is literally right behind mine, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. And then Diamond Miner Mom has her shop right here. There's her entrance right there. It comes in and comes back here, so it's more like back in here. And then there's Rue's. God, I told myself I'd smack myself if I did that, and I keep my word. RU's shop is there. By the way, RU, if you haven't checked your shop, I may have made some purchases the other day. And then Mac, you built that shop. You just built a shop ready for someone to move into. That's awesome. Talia already did it. It's too late. It's already done. Besides, keeping your words important. Keeping your words important. You're nothing without your word. Obviously, things can happen to make it so you can't. But if nothing is prohibiting you from doing it, then you need to. That's just my opinion anyway. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make these puppies taller. The ice, the carpet, the terracotta, the wood, all that's easy to get, and it's only going to add maybe 10 or 12 more stacks of quartz, and that's not going to be a problem. It's already going to be a grind for those, so what's a little bit more of a grind, right? Makes sense that you can't work with lightning around. Yes, yeah, you don't want to be blown up. Appreciate it, Emmy. I shouldn't need that much more. It's 4 per corner, so that's 16 per floor, times 20 floors, that's a few stacks for both of these. And this one's, I think, 5 per corner, so that's 20 per floor. So it's probably 1 box or less total, if I had to take a guess. Yeah, 119.3. By the way, Emmy, are there plans to update to 19.4? The shop on the wall you did for whoever, it was one of those things where you saw a hole in the wall and was super inspired to build, even though you have nothing to sell. So why not give it to someone else? Nice. No plans to update. Okay, cool. You're just gonna wait for 120 to drop, I guess? Because that has to be coming soon, right? Like, the releases are starting to become more bug fixes than anything else. Well, as always, I just hope we can wait till at least the basic mods get updated. Because, like, obviously I have to have Lightmatica. Because I can't build without that. I mean, I can, but it would just be a lot harder if I had to bounce back and forth between worlds. Somehow the SMP you're on is using experimental features like camels, hanging signs, and the new bookshelves just because the owner really wanted... well, that's because with 119.4, they added the experimental features as data packs. So it was just as simple as turning on the data pack. So that's probably how it's happening. Boy, this is going to look nice when it's done, isn't it? There's a reason I grabbed these buildings. I've always liked how they looked. I was there when he built them. You'll probably upload the world to Google Drive and share the world soon. Nice. By the way, Emmy, there is apparently a way to prune chunks without losing anything. So, like, you know how there's, like, basically nothing way out here? You could just prune all this off, and that would save world space. Oh, you did that. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I'm just confused why the map decides today that it's not going to update when I was literally just there yesterday, like last night. Literally last night. And technically speaking, earlier this morning, because it was after midnight when I was over there. World file is smaller now. Very nice. Very nice. We got... Does that look about halfway to you guys? I think it is. That's almost halfway anyway. Halfway is about right there. That's just the pillars. That doesn't really count. So from here down, probably about right there. Just a few more layers, and we should be about halfway. Oh, material list to see. That's a good idea. I can turn this one off for now. That's about half. That's less than half. This is mostly in the roof. We can ignore that. That's just the ground. We can ignore these ones because they're done already. That's just literally the peak of the roof. We can ignore those. Yeah, we're getting close. About half. Right around half. Very nice. You'd say half to the top since the top is so skinny. That's also true. And the top is all andesite, except for this little section here. This is andesite the rest of the way up. And then it's just an iron antenna. I'm hesitant. I might even just leave this antenna off, actually. It kind of really doesn't fit the build. I might take that antenna off. We'll see. I might put it up and then take it down later. We shall see. Anyway, that's fairly good progress. I could shorten it. That's a good idea as well. Maybe cut that length in half. All right. Well, that's really good progress for tonight, guys. Really good progress. We made more progress on this tonight. Cat! Cat's here. Cat's here. Cat, how long has it been since you've been on? Oh my god. It's been so long since you've been on, Cat. Just testing a thing. Cat, you might want to just test collecting your stonks of profit from your shop. You've made bank, bruh. Yeah, I hope your internet can hold out. I know you had problems before you moved. Hopefully your internet's better now at the new place. I'm gonna test something really quick. Dynamic Skies mod I'm using. No, it's part of my resource pack. I've had this for so long. It's called Halcyon Days. It was very, very old. I've had this since like 1.8. It's very old. Internet good, computer is trying. Well, as long as it's trying. It's called Halcyon Days. And like I've always loved it. At nighttime, I would like to change the night sky to be more realistic with like the actual star field that you would see here in North America. But I haven't found a decent one yet. Emmy, you're going to bed. Have a good sleep. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for that gift sub. I really appreciate it. I just appreciate everything. Just thanks. Just thanks for being you. Thanks for being here. Just thanks for everything, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night's sleep. Hope you get good rest. And I'll see you later. But I'm gonna test something really quick. I want to see if it's faster to just fly to spawn than it is to go through the nether. So let's see. I'll look at my clock. We'll start at 15 seconds on the timer here. Right about now. So 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 15 seconds is when I started. We're just gonna see how long it takes. It probably is. It really probably is. It's not far at all. I'm not gonna lie, it seemed a lot farther when I first came there because I had to walk. It took a lot longer to get there when you're walking. We are at 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Now let's go back. It's lagging out a bit. Cat, if you're at your base is quite laggy even for me. It's because of all the villagers. Okay, it only took 30 seconds, so it's 15 seconds faster to take the nether. It's 15 seconds faster to take the nether. So it's negligible. But anyway, for those of you who were interested in movie night, I can pretty much tell you right now it's going to be starting late because it's supposed to start in 10 minutes. By the time I raid out and go do my post-stream stuff, it will absolutely be later than that. So let's call it 10:30 instead of 10. So, RU and Stitch, if you guys were going to come, it would be 8:30 for you guys. Tally, you don't use Elytra, so everywhere is far from you. Tally, you're just like Jen. Jen wouldn't fly either, but Jen started flying recently. I got on the other day, Jen was on, and she's like, Metal, guess what? I'm like, what? I've been flying. I was like, what? I was so shocked to hear her flying. But anyway, guys, I will wrap things up so I can get movie night started somewhat at a reasonable time. We made really nice progress tonight. I will probably, knowing myself, finish this off stream. Or there's also the chance that I'll do a random stream in the middle of the week, like maybe tomorrow. If you catch what I'm throwing, where I'll finish this off. And then the rest of the week after that, I will be focusing hard on getting the quartz I need. Well, first I'll have to make the height adjustments so I can get the new calculations. And then I'll be working hard on finishing off getting the quartz. Tally, I'm sorry. I will probably add. Oh, bummer. I will make the next Monday. We will hopefully start on these bad boys. Obviously, these are going to take many streams. If I strictly do them on stream, it will be multiple streams. Because I mean, this one building was a whole stream, and I'm only halfway. And these buildings are way bigger, and there's 3 of them. So it will take a while, but that's okay. I got nothing else planned yet, sadly. So, and like I said, for those of you that are on this server, oh look, the map has changed. Oh look, the map has changed. It suddenly shows that path out to the glacier that I mined out yesterday. Maps is stupid. The map is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It's handy, but it's stupid. I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm like, I know I went there. You can't tell me I didn't. Where did the ice come from if I didn't go there? So, anyway, I'm going to tell you guys right now, there probably will be another stream tomorrow night, a very rare Tuesday stream. I will be finishing this bad boy off, and then I will make the adjustments here, and then I'll grind the rest of the week on getting the quartz, and then next Monday, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have it, and we can start on these. So that's the plan, Stan. All right, let's find someone to raid into. I'm actually going to move over to this screen before I forget, because I always seem to forget. Let's find someone to raid into. Who's on? Tabs is on. Tabs is the only one that I have on right now that is playing Minecraft. So it sounds to me like we will be raiding into Tabs. Let me just make sure she's not almost done first. Don't want to raid into someone who's literally wrapping things up. She does not... Oh, she's only been on an hour and a half. No, that's not true. She was on when I started. She probably just had to restart the stream. But she seems to be in the middle of something. She doesn't seem to be prepping to leave. So, we shall raid into Tabs. Alright. Mac, you're already on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mac. If you are a subscriber of mine, grab the first one. And if you're not, grab the second one. I really hate OBS has the stupid pin message and reply to message hovering right over top of my freaking right over top of the freaking message. There we go. If you have the emotes, they do show up. The only reason it doesn't show up with Stream Elements is because Stream Elements has to be a subscriber and it's not. So, and it ain't worth the money to make it one, just to show them in the message when they work when you copy the message if you have them. If you don't have my emotes, grab the second one. It's got the standard Twitch emotes there. So we are going to /raid Princess Tabs with 2 S's. We are going to raid into Princess Tabs. We all know Tabs, I believe, so let's go say hi. If you guys need to raid and run, that's cool. I will be also raiding and running because, you know, I got movie night to prep for. I gotta take a bio break. I gotta get me some water. I want to see the doggy for a second. I want to see Iris for a second. I'll probably get my mom's medicine while I'm at it. So, I got some things to do. Oh, yes, predictions. Thank you, Mac. I can't click out of that or it will close the thing. Click here. See if I can do this quickly. Actually, you know what? Let's stop that raid, actually. Did that stop it? Cancel raid. Cancel the raid. Let's take care of the prediction first. Choose prediction. It was indeed 5 or less. I would have never in my entire life ever have guessed that it would have been 5 or less. Ever. Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry I let you down. Nobody won. Nobody won. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't my usual clumsy self tonight, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Who would have thunk? Who would have ever thunk? Not me. I mean, literally, just last week, I fell off 3 times on one floor. On one floor. And I fell off 3 times. I think I fell off 3 times total tonight. I don't have faith in my parkour skill. Well, parkour skills are different. This is just not falling off a building. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I either fell off of a building or fell into a hole or fell off of a cliff, I would be fairly rich. Because it happens all the time. I mean all the time. All the time. Alright, let me restart this raid. Let's go say hi to Tabs. I'm just once it pops up, I'm just gonna once it's ready, I'll just hit the raid now button because we were almost ready for it anyway. So anyway, for those of you in movie night, I will see you in movie night in about a half hour from now. For the rest of you guys, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, about 6:30 Eastern time, which would be 4:30 Mountain and 3:30 Pacific, and 5:30 Central if you're in Central time. If you're not in any of those 4 time zones, I can't tell you. I could, but I'm not going to do the math in my head. But I'm pretty sure everybody's in one of those 4 anyway. So tomorrow night we'll be finishing up this building. I'll hope to see you guys there. Hopefully I'll see, from the sounds of it, most of you guys in movie night tonight, so that'll be fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys in about a half hour or tomorrow night. So, or Wednesday night in Griffin's chat, at the very least. So I will see you guys later, and I'm gonna hit the button now. See ya.